Alright, what's going on, Battlefront Network? I am Luke, or Lowest Level. I am the newest member of the Battlefront Network. I have never uploaded on this channel, so I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction about myself before we get into the actual topic, because I know you guys want to hear all about the Season Pass, but since it's my first video, I got to give a little bit of an introduction so you guys know who I am. So, like I said, I'm the newest member of the Battlefront Network. I was not going to turn down the opportunity given to me, or approached to me, by the team to join the team and help upload videos. Now, you guys know the uploads have been far in between as of late, so I decided with my spare time, I would put together some videos for you guys that you guys can watch, because I want to get this channel going again. I want to get the hype around Battlefront. There's been a lot of new content coming out, a lot of news and everything, so it should be pretty interesting what we can get going on this channel again, and I want to get the channel going again. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my commentary style before we get into this, because I'm not a usual news type of commentary style guy. You know, I don't talk about news. That's just not something I don't do, you know. I leave that to other people to cover the news, and I kind of just, you know, pick a topic, talk about the topic, give my opinions, and that's my style of commentary. Now, I don't cut it up. I don't do any changes to the thing other than, you know, the audio quality. You guys will see or here, I guess, in this case, the audio quality is pretty good, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But like, I'm not a news guy. I don't really cover that stuff, so this was different for me. But I was approached, and you know, they wanted me to make a video talking about the Season Pass, so I had no problem with that. I was fine with that. So we'll try to put this together. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the newscast from somebody who doesn't do the news. So yeah, so my commentary style, I don't really change much. It's kind of just a raw commentary, and I just give you guys my thoughts on most things while we go through, you know, whatever's in the Season Pass. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So let's get right into it. So in the Season Pass for Star Wars Battlefront, there will be 4 expansion packs. Now that's a standard amount of expansion packs for games. Call of Duty has 4. I don't know about Battlefield. I think it has 4 or 5. So it's really usual number for these types of games, for these shooter games. So I was not surprised by that, and I'm pretty sure you guys aren't too surprised about that. In these 4 expansion packs, there will be over 20 new pieces of galactic tech, including weapons, vehicles, and star cards for both Rebels and Imperials. Now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit. It says vehicles there, and I'm hoping, I am praying to DICE that there are some Rebel vehicles coming in the future, because at this point, the Rebels only have speeders. The speeders suck, and they're also shared by the Empire. I don't see the Rebels getting in ATSTs, so there's really no advantage for being Rebels. It's as far as ground goes, you know, it's straight gun on gun. You don't have any vehicles to help you, and it can be a struggle sometimes. So I'm hoping that they'll throw some tanks in there, like the one in Yavin 4 on Battlefront 2. Stuff like that, get that stuff into the game, so there's more of a balanced game when it comes to playing as the Rebels. So that's just my personal opinion on that. There'll also be 4 more heroes and villains added into the game. You know, there aren't that many people they can pick out of, you know, for the heroes and villains, but it seems like a really low amount, because they're not going to add 1 hero each DLC. So that doesn't really make sense, because if you were playing heroes and villains, for example, one team would have 4 and the other team would have 3, and all characters are matched by a character similar to it. So let's just say in heroes versus villains mode, Princess Leia has her healing ability, Darth Sidious has his healing ability. So if you have another character in that doesn't have a matching, you know, character, it's unbalanced. It doesn't make sense. So I'm not really sure how there's only going to be 4. I don't know if that was a mistake or something they you know, listed or whatever. But I honestly think, in my opinion, it's difficult to find characters, but I think there'll be more than 4. That's just what I think. There'll be 16 additional maps featuring new locations, so there'll be lots of maps, bigger, smaller maps for all the game modes, and there'll be new planets such as like Bespin, and yeah, so it'll be pretty cool to see what they have to bring to the game. There'll be 4 exciting new game modes. So as you know right now, with Jakku, we actually got Turning Point, and I believe as of now, Turning Point is Turning Point is on all of the maps. Now, I haven't played the game since the February update, which was yesterday, I believe, so I haven't even played the new Hoth map, but yeah, so I believe that there's Turning Point on all the maps, so that's pretty cool, and there'll be 4 new modes. Now, I honestly don't know. I'll talk a little bit more about something to do with the Death Star in a little bit, but we'll talk about that when we get to that point in the video. So there'll be a 2-week early access to each expansion pack. Now, this is a given. Battlefield does this, I believe. Most games do this, actually. If you want to buy the DLC separately without getting the Season Pass, you're going to have to wait 2 weeks after the Season Pass gets it. It makes sense. Honestly, it does. So there's that, and then there's an exclusive shoot first emote that if you already have the season pass, you most likely already have. I haven't seen it yet. I don't see emotes being used too often. Sometimes people will use it when they kill me, and man, does that piss me off. But you know, I don't use emotes myself. I don't see them too often, but hopefully that's a pretty cool emote. I'm getting the season pass soon, so I can't wait to try that out. So expansion 1 will be the Outer Rim. Now this is going to be released in March 2016, so this year. I'm not sure exactly when. Nobody knows when it's going to be exactly released, but we believe that it's probably going to be around the same time as right now in the next month. So they're probably going to release all their, updates. I can't remember when the January update was, but I'm guessing it was probably around the same time last month. So they're probably, put these updates and these DLC and stuff out around the 20th to the 25th, that kind of area. But that's what I'm assuming. So the Outer Rim will probably be out sometime in March. You'll be fighting amongst the factories of Sullust and a battle within Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine, so that's pretty cool. Now, the Sullust factories. Now, I don't know if you guys played missions, but there's this one mission where you got to go around as the Empire just killing all the rebels, just mowing people down, like left and right, and that looks like a factory, and that's on Sullust, so who knows, maybe that'll be the map. I don't know, but it looks very, very similar to a factory, so we could see that in the DLC. And Jabba the Hutt's palace, now we don't know if it's going to be an exact remaster. It could just be similar because it is coming straight from the movie, so they're going to look similar even if they're not remakes. So it should be interesting to see what DICE has to pull, and hopefully they give themselves enough time with this DLC when they release it that they can give us a Rancor that is interactive with the map, moves around in the cage or whatever and kills people if they go down there, kind of like in Battlefront 2. So that'd be pretty cool, and hopefully we'll see that. So Expansion 2 will be Bespin. It'll be in the summer of 2016. Like I said, nobody knows exactly. These are kind of just landmarks, I guess, or I forget the name. I forget the word I'm looking for here, but it's like a placement time, I guess. So it'll be sometime in summer 2016. It's an action-packed experience set in the Cloud City of Bespin. So like I said about Jabba the Hutt, I don't think that there'll be a remake, but they probably are going to look pretty similar. So we'll have to wait and see for that. Expansion 3 will be the Death Star, and this will be coming out in fall 2016. Now I want to discuss something with you guys before we get to Expansion 4. So the Death Star has so much opportunity, so much ability to be good. With the Death Star, you can make a game mode that you gotta blow the Death Star up. There's 40, like 20 players on the Imperials and like 20 AI on that team also. So there's like 40 people flying around. And then you can also have the Rebels, and they're trying to attack it using some form of objectives to destroy it. Maybe you just gotta fly straight in and blow up the stuff in the inside of the Death Star. So who knows? But a game mode where you gotta destroy the Death Star just honestly, in my opinion, sounds brilliant, and it sounds like a game mode I could see myself playing a lot. Now, I'm personally not a huge fan of Fighter Squadron. I find the mechanics, I don't find the flying bad, but I find it's not balanced. I don't find it balanced. But if you guys played it before, you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. It's like the flying doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like you're actually flying a ship, and it feels like you're just trading kills. I shoot you a couple times, now I'm in 1 HP, I get shot in the back, spawn behind that guy, shoot him. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel as good as it could really be. So that's just my opinion on that, but I think a game mode where you can blow up the Death Star would be sick. Also, I believe there'll probably be a map inside of the Death Star like there was in Battlefront 2. So, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, it's in fall 2016, so that's a lot of time. And with Expansion 4, there's not actually a release date for it yet. They haven't given any more details, and they'll be giving more details in the coming months. So, technically, they can push the Death Star back a little bit so that they can implement these game modes like I'm talking about. Now, when you think about it, Fighter Squadron is essentially space battles. In this case, you can just make the background, instead of Tatooine or Hoth, black with yellow dots everywhere, and a big Death Star that's interactive that you could fly into or around, or I have a feeling that it's just going to be in the background if there's the outside map. But it would be cool to be able to fly around the Death Star. That wouldn't really make sense, but fly around the front of the Death Star, if you know what I mean, and just have a cool game mode that you can blow up the Death Star. That's just my opinion though. I think that'd be pretty cool. And like I said before, expansion 4 does not have a title. It's to be announced, and there's no given time, and there'll be more details in the coming months. So, we'll have to wait and see for that. But that's all I have on the season pass. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think of the commentary and everything in the comment section below. Let me know if you'll be excited for me to upload more on this channel. I'm going to try to bring you guys videos while the others deal with real life stuff, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. So make sure to subscribe to the Battlefront Network if you're new. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you.